Hello, welcome back to the Main Games Media. I'm just here to do a quick reaction to the game that just ended. Arsenal versus Real Madrid in the second leg of the quarterfinal. Like I said in the first leg, guys, this was done and over with. I'm not even going to come here and crash out because there's nothing to crash out about. You know, you're only going to crash out if you came here and you were delusional and you were expecting some miracle to happen because you thought this team deserved to be in the semifinal. We don't deserve to be in the semifinal, guys. We really don't deserve to be in the semifinal. Like, if you're an honest Real Madrid fan and you've been watching us, this was game number 53. You've watched us in the last 52 games. We do not deserve to be anywhere near the semifinal. Arsenal won this. Nice. They deserve this. They were far better. They were the far better team. And hat off to all the Arsenal fans out there. Congratulations. I got nothing else to say, but I'm just happy there was no bullshit comeback. There was no miracle. There was nothing like that. Because had we come back, everybody would be losing their mind. Everybody would think Carlo Ancelotti is the best coach in the world. Everybody would think we have a great team. And everybody would completely forget about how bad we've been playing throughout the season. That's how some of these Real Madrid fans are. True delusionals. They only care about result. They don't look about how awful we've been as a team. Before we even get further deep into the game, guys, like I said, no crashing out today. I promise you guys I'm not going to crash. I'm just going to talk about the game a little bit and stab my opinion and get out of here. So the starting 11, like you guys know Carlo Ancelotti, maybe, you know, after the first leg, you would think like, oh my God, maybe he's gonna tick something up. Maybe he's gonna change something in the tactic. Maybe he's gonna come up with a surprise. Nah, Carlo Ancelotti doesn't come with surprise. Carlo Ancelotti gives you the starting 11 2 hours before the game, so the other coach can look at it, can study how you guys are gonna play. Even though you really shouldn't be surprised how we're gonna play because we play the same way, the same players pretty much. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the starting 11 in the goalkeeper. Of course, Courtois will start, and then pairing of Asensio and Rudiger, and then I say right back. Guess who came back? The great Lucas Vazquez. You know what? I'm gonna give Ancelotti a break on this because in the first leg we did miss Valverde energy in the midfield. At least I thought like we did miss him. So who else are you gonna play in that position, right? Nobody really. So you put Lucas Vazquez there, and then the one that keep pissing me off. But like I said, no crashing out today. No crashing out. David Alaba as a left back, even though we all saw what Saka did to him in that first leg. But Carlo Ancelotti only trusts David Alaba because he only cares about experience. This is why I don't believe he's a good winning manager, but he's not a good coach. Like, because he doesn't just develop people. Like, he really doesn't develop people. Like, had he developed Frank Garcia better from the beginning of the season, maybe he would have trusted him more to play in this type of games. But since he doesn't trust him, he keep playing David Alaba. I'm not crashing out. I'm just making my point. Anyways, David Alaba starts as a left back, and then in the midfield was the combination of Valverde, Jude Bellingham, and Tchouaméni. Just look at that midfield. It's a lot of intensity, a lot of athleticism, but no creativity. Zero creativity in that midfield. And then in the attacking, Rudiger, Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr. You know, since we had no creativity in that midfield, I'm assuming the plan was the wingers. Hoping Vinicius would do something amazing, hoping Rodrigo would do something amazing, but Rodrigo would have to go back and go help Lucas Vazquez out. And so, because he will probably get exposed because he's not a good defender, because he doesn't know how to play that position properly. To start to talk about the game a little bit, in the beginning of the game, first 5 minutes, I knew these guys were going to come out and gaslight us. They're going to come out and start pressing high. They're like, you know, acting like they're going to keep up the intensity for the whole 90 minutes. They're all, even if they're going to keep it up for the whole 25 minutes, because they're a bunch of lazy players. They try pressing for the first 5 minutes. Arsenal were okay. Arsenal were able to deal with the intensity that we brought out. They were playing like a team that had a plan. They weren't panicking. They weren't like trying to change up things. They actually knew what they were doing. Whenever they had a ball, they were able to break to pass through our pressing pretty easily. And when they get to that midfield, it was non-existent. Whenever Arsenal went on a counter-attack, they looked way more threatening than we did. We just came out with intensity. Playing with intensity, with aggressiveness, doesn't mean you're playing better. It doesn't mean shit. They thought by them running around chasing Arsenal players, it meant like they were playing well. No, it didn't mean anything because Arsenal were breaking through that press pretty easy. And whenever they broke through that press, they would give the ball to Saka or to Martinelli, and they look way more dangerous. In the first 15 minutes, or the first, was it 15 minutes? Yeah, something like that. Arsenal got a penalty kick, a very soft one. I didn't think it was a penalty, but Asensio was hugging Moriano. Fuck, I don't fucking know this guy's name. But anyways, he was hugging him, and they got a penalty for it. I thought it was soft, but with these VARs and all this bullshit these days, you do shit like that, they're gonna call it. So it was a penalty kick, and Saka was trying to be clever, then to dink it over Courtois, but he saved it. You know, I was thinking like, oh my God, this fucking miracle is going to happen, isn't it? This motherfucker's missing penalty, giving this guy some hope. But with the way we're playing, it just didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. All these other times that we're coming, like we come back, we somewhat play well. Like we somewhat play better, at least in the first leg, all throughout the season. But this season, we've been so bad. We've been so fucking bad. This was written on the wall. This was meant to, like, there was not a chance that we were going to win this tie. Anyways, in minute 34, Mbappe went down soft. I think Aris gave him a little bit of a hug and he went on the floor. I think the ref wanted to make up for the penalty that he gave Arsenal, and he gave us that penalty. But as soon as I saw the penalty, I'm like, ain't no fucking way that's a penalty. They are going to overturn that, because if there was no VAR, maybe you get away with it. There's not a chance that was a penalty. I'm glad they didn't call that penalty, because had we gotten that penalty, everybody would be calling robbery, and I probably would have agreed with them. I'm honest, bro. I'm honest, guys. I'm super honest. I call it spade a spade. That wasn't a penalty. And I'm glad they overturned it, because I'm telling you, they scored that penalty, everybody would have lost their mind, and no Arsenal would have probably, I don't know, this Arsenal team looks very mature, so I don't know if they would have panicked or broke down, but it could have changed the whole outcome. I'm telling you, that's how Madrid played. They play with momentum. Once they get a momentum, they start going. And I didn't want that to come from a fake ass penalty. Because first of all, we don't even deserve it. That was like the first cross in the box or something like that. It was an Mbappe dive. Anyways, they overturned that. That was pretty much the first half. Nothing else. We didn't take in. There was no shot on target from us. A team that needs to come back from 3 goals down. We didn't create one clear cut chance. We didn't take one shot on target. Not even one shot on target. Like, we just didn't know, we just don't know what to do when we have the ball. It's the only thing is just to give it to Vini, and hopefully Vini takes on 10 players. We don't know how to make fast, quick passes. String quick passes together. We don't know how to do that. In the first 15 minutes, you can tell the team were trying. They were actually trying to do something. But they didn't know how to do it, because they don't have an instructor. They don't have a tactician. They don't have anyone that tells them what to do. You can just tell it's a bunch of 11 individuals that are told to go play football, and they don't really know how to play as a team. Anyway, second half comes around. You would think, so anyone that's watching the game, you would think like, okay, Carlo is going to take off Rodrigo, because Rodrigo wasn't doing fuck all. So you're going to take out Rodrigo. David Alaba was getting killed by Saka, of course, and he already has a yellow card. So you would think like, okay, David Alaba will come out. Frank Garcia is going to come in. Denny Ceballos is going to come in for Rodrigo. You would think a coach would do that. But no. Carlo Ancelotti is a player pleaser. So he didn't want to piss anybody off. He rarely makes changes in the beginning of the second half, because he doesn't want to piss player off. He's all about keeping players happy. Fuck keeping players happy. This is Real Madrid. We don't give a fuck about your happiness. You're getting paid a lot of money. Nobody cares about how happy you are. You aren't supposed to be comfortable. These players in this Real Madrid team, all the players are too comfortable. Guys like Rodrigo, they know if they don't perform, they will still start. Guys like Vini, they know they don't perform, they will still start. They guarantee starters. Nobody holds them accountable. Nobody's putting them under pressure. Anyways, the whole second half when we didn't create anything. We were trying to do stuff that we didn't know how to do. Arsenal went ahead and scored the pretty much what was the killer blow. And then Saliba gave Vinicius a free goal, and then Vinicius was celebrating. Like, what the fuck are you celebrating about? Yo, Vini, like, why are you so hyped, bro? What the fuck are you celebrating about? You're freaking 3 goals down, and it's like 20 minutes to go. What are you celebrating about, bro? You don't make a comeback by taking one shot on target the whole game. And then Arsenal went ahead to score the winning goal. Martinez scored the winning goal. There's really not much to really dive deep into it. They scored the winning goal. They won 2-1. Well deserved. Like I said in the beginning of the video, by the way, Arsenal deserved to win this point blank period. This is probably the easiest quarterfinal they could have asked for. Everybody was hyping us up, thinking, oh, we're the game, blah 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 blah. Arsenal is gonna panic once Madrid does this. Arsenal is gonna be overwhelmed by the Bernabeu. We're gonna close the roof. Remontada. All these players going on social media, posting on social media. Yo, you know what pissed me off this weekend? After playing so shit against Alaves, we won 1-0. Mbappe got a red card. We played so bad. We got dominated by a team like Alaves. And then these fuckers went on Instagram and started posting about Wednesday, about how like they're going to come back. They started talking. They wouldn't shut up about it throughout the whole week. Oh my God, these players, like all they do is post on social media. Like, this team has turned into motivational speakers. We have a bunch of motivational speakers in the squad. Throughout the whole week, all they did was post on social media, try to hype up people, try to tell people like, yo, we don't care about that stuff. Do it in the field. Do your talking in the field. Don't go on social media and try to be motivational, all this TED Talk. Nobody cares. We've turned into a TED Talk FC. Nobody wants to listen to that. Anyways, I'm not crashing out. I'm just saying, this team deserves to go out of the Champions League. We're not going to win the league because Barcelona is going to beat us in the Clásico. Or we'll probably lose against Atletico Bilbao. We're playing Atletico Bilbao this weekend on Sunday. Copa del Rey, Barcelona, if we play the way we played here, they'll probably beat us another 5-0. The World Club Cup, if Carlo Ancelotti is still there, we're not going to win that. Carlo Ancelotti has to go. A lot of things has to change in this club. A lot of players like Vasquez, David Alaba, Militao has to go. Militao is injured. Like, he has 2 ACL injuries left and right. First of all, he's not really that much of a great player. He depends on his pace. Now that he's injured both of his ACLs, he's done. We need to cash out. We need to cash him out and take whatever value he has. One of Tchouaméni or Camavinga, one of them has to go. I prefer Camavinga to go, but one of them has to go. And then we need to find a solution for Mbappe and Vinicius. There's just so much going on in this team, but all Florentino care about, it's about how nice the stadium looks, how much money we're making, who's playing the concerts, Taylor Swift, this and that. Nobody gives a fuck. We're Real Madrid fans. Real Madrid is because of the football, not because of all this fucking business that's going out there. We don't care about that shit. Get us players. We should have replaced. We should have gotten a right back. We should have had a backup. We should have signed a center back. We should have signed a midfielder when Toni Kroos retired. But everybody was so high on Kylian Mbappe. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna touch on players that I thought performed a little bit better today. I thought Courtois. Obviously, Courtois is always performing. You know, he saved the penalty, saved us a few times to somewhat keep us in the game. Well, I don't know about keeping us in the game. well, keeping us in this game, but the tie was dead and buried, to be honest with you guys. I said it in the first leg. I said it in my first reaction in the first leg. There was no coming back. And I prayed we don't come back. Because you delusionals wouldn't have shut the fuck up had we came back. You guys would have totally forgot about everything, how bad this team is. So I'm glad we didn't come back. Carlo Ancelotti definitely needs to go. Luka Modric, I love Luka Modric. He's a club legend. He's everything. He's a football legend, but he has to go. He has to go. We need to do we need to sell at least 5 players this summer and bring in a creative midfielder, a center back, and a right back. Well, I guess freaking Trent is coming, so I guess the right back has been taken care of. But we need a center back and a midfielder, a creative one, not just someone that runs around with no brain. Because that's all we got. It's a bunch of players that run around with no brain. We're literally relying on Denny Ceballos. Denny fucking Ceballos. Really? Real Madrid, we're crying over Denny Ceballos? Come on, guys. How far have we fallen? How far have we fallen? Rodrigo, man, I don't know what to say about you, bro. I always defend Rodrigo, but man, it's getting, what is this, game number 21? No assist, no goal, nothing. Like, you're not even creating anything. You're not doing anything. Mbappe that doesn't know how to play his position. Everybody keeps saying he's not a striker. Well, what the fuck is he? What is it? Because he doesn't know how to play the striker. At some points at the game, both Vini and Mbappe were literally isolated in the left wing side. Man, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Who is coaching this team? Who's telling these players what to do? Who's telling them where to play? Who's telling them where to be? Oh, my God. That wasn't a crash out. It's just... Anyways, we're out of the Champions League. I hope we don't win anything this season. I really hope we don't win. I hope we don't win whatever those what do you call preseason trophies that we've won. I hope that's it. No more trophies, so some of you can get out of your shield and stop being delusional. Guys, if you've made it this far, if you guys think I'm being too much, please don't forget to comment and like and subscribe and share the video. I would really appreciate it, guys. I want to make this channel to be somewhere where you guys can come for every reaction. I love this team. I love this Real Madrid team, but we've been so bad this season, and I'm not a delusional fan. I've been a Real Madrid fan for 20 plus years, and I just want us to do well. All right? If you've made it this far, hala Madrid.